Alright, so this is my second time recording in Lego Fortnite, and it's for the same reason as last time. I have built another ship, and this one, yet again, does not require any balloons to fly. Of course, I think it has the fastest barrel rolls of anything I have ever created, literally ever. That's really all it does, it just does barrel rolls. And it can also do backflips. Also, I do still have my other ships here. The Mini Phantom is being a bit weird. The big, main Phantom is, for once, not bugging out. It's actually been rather stable these few days that I've been on. I've been logging on every day for daily rewards, and I haven't seen it bug out just yet, and the Stunt Phantom, as I called it, has completely flipped over. So I do still have my Micro Phantom ship over here. And I have this thing over here. I don't know if I've shown this one off before. I just call it the Speeder. Its reverse apparently isn't going to work today. Thankfully, I can just push it out. This is my first attempt at a ship with absolutely no balloons on it. I see the problem. Didn't activate the hover bricks, that's why the reverse wasn't working. This one also uses hover bricks and is definitely much faster than all the other ships I have. That's why I call it the Speeder. Alright, got to try park this up again. Parking this thing is always the most difficult part. But anyway, what makes this thing different to the other no balloon ships I've made is that this one does not use the hover brick system. Mostly because I forgot it existed when I was making this. It also uses some of the daily reward parts, like this engine here, and this thing at the front with the little red light. See, I think it looks really cool. I don't really know where I'm gonna park it, because another thing that separates this from the Phantoms is it is not a all-terrain vehicle. In fact, it is barely a land vehicle. And if I put this thing in the water, I get kicked out the driver's seat. So yeah, I have this thing, I have no idea what I'm gonna call it or where I'm gonna park it. I guess I can just leave it next to my village. Jeez, this thing is so fast and difficult to control. I'm just imagining how bad this thing would be if I did put hover bricks on it. It would be way too fast on land. So this thing literally is only built to travel in the air. It cannot go in water and it can barely move on the ground. I'm gonna see what's happening with the mini phantom up here. Why has it just flipped upside down? 1 second, first I need to make sure it's not glitched. Yeah, it's glitched because I'm phasing through it, so that means I won't be able to fix this right now because I can't get in the driver's seat whilst it's glitched. But anyway, the Sky Phantom or Big Phantom or Main Phantom is working perfectly fine right now. Which is strange because usually the Mini Phantom is the one that's okay and the Sky Phantom's the one that bugs out, but I mean, I guess it's a polite change of like this one actually behaving itself for once. Little polite of it to not ruin my day by always forcing me to get it back down from the sky. And as for the stunt phantom, I have no idea how I'm going to save this thing. I mean, I managed to save the other phantoms when they flipped over by putting balloons on them, but I didn't really leave much room for that on the stunt phantom, so I'm going to have to attempt the rescue mission with limited space to place balloons. So can I just place balloons on the bottom of it? No. Alright, so I need to get the driver's seat out of the water so I can just flip it back over normally. I don't know why I'm still recording this. I don't even know if I am going to get it out. Yeah, no, I don't think I'm going to get this thing out. Unless I can, like, glitch myself under it. Yeah, I need to get to the driver's seat, which is... Why can't I even find the driver's seat? That just proves how long it's been since I've actually tried to drive this thing around, if drive would even be the right word for something like this. So yeah, this is why you don't leave massive airships unattended in the water. They have a tendency to flip over. There's a bit more room here on the tail, so I'm going to see if I can attach a balloon anywhere and possibly drag this thing out by its tail. I do have one other idea, but it might break the Phantom, so I don't want to try it. Ooh, that's a good start. I got a balloon on there. But I don't even think that's lifting. I think it's only slightly higher up because the balloon's hitting the ground. Yeah, I know another object's in the way. Alright, yep. I'm getting there. This is a bit annoying. I need to find a place to put the next balloon. I did not think I'd be doing this today. saw a bit of green when I was trying to put the balloon in, so I'm gonna keep clicking here, yeah. Yeah, I'm saving the stunt phantom apparently. Right, yep. So it's all flipped over now. I can pop the balloons. Considering taking this on land to try avoid any further weirdness from this thing, but the reason I leave the phantoms in the water to begin with is because, like, look how big these things are. Putting them on land is not in any way, shape, or form easy. That's why I couldn't find the driver's seat earlier. It's disguised behind all the things. I forgot how fast this was. Yeah, I guess I'll, like, park it slightly up on land, just to try avoid it bugging out again. This is honestly kind of a good place for this. I might just leave this here. As for the mini phantom, I'm gonna have to just wait for it to stop bugging out so I can go get it. As I still do think this is my best ship I've built, even though it does blow itself up if it's driving when it shoots the cannons. But hey, I've learned from those mistakes. That's why my new ship only has cannons on the side. And also that's why this one doesn't have any cannons, like, in general, just no cannons. This one only has the cannons on the side, so it doesn't, blow up the front, especially considering how important the front is with this ship, because the front is how it turns and goes up and goes down and stuff, so if that blew up, it just wouldn't work. I mean, if the front of the Sky Phantom blew up, that can easily just be repaired mid-air. It's not like I'd go plummeting to the ground. And as for the Mini Phantom, it has this stone bumper to protect it from blowing up. I don't really know how effective it is because I've been too scared to fire the cannons on this thing whilst moving full speed, because it is kind of faster than the Sky Phantom, so yeah, I'm kind of scared to test out the cannons of the Mini Phantom whilst it's moving. I am actually considering making another airship with balloons because those balloons are really good, and I've only used them twice because obviously the Stunt Phantom, Micro Phantom, the Speeder, and this thing literally only used boosters. Which also I think I might want to specify you don't have to use these boosters, I don't think. Well, I'm not sure, but I think regular boosters also work for non-balloon ships. It's just I've never tested it. I have spent way too long on this game. I'm just gonna move this a bit and put it in between my house and the village gym. Who's this dude? I don't think you live in my village. You know you don't live in my village. What are you doing here? Oh, geez, I just pushed that out of where it was. Oh, God, it might hit the storage. Okay, it hit the storage, but at least it didn't break anything. Okay, let me try not to push that away again. So yeah, I've literally only started recording because I built that new ship and I was like, oh, that's cool, I should show that off. It's a really cool ship. Which I mean, practically is the exact same thing I did with the Phantoms. I was like, oh, cool, I'm gonna show these off because they're really cool. So I believe in my previous video I showed off those three big Phantoms, and I believe I showed off the Micro Phantom, but the more I'm talking about the Micro Phantom, the less sure I am that I actually have shown it off. So I am just going to give a quick demonstration of how it works. So it can not really go up on its own, so I added a balloon system to help it get airborne, which kind of does make it look a bit more like Minecraft Phantoms. I mean, actually, when in air, it can turn off the balloons, it just isn't exactly getting anywhere fast. That's why the balloons stay on, so it can actually, like, get places. Even though if it wasn't obvious, this thing was not in any way built for speed. I feel like if I added even a medium thruster onto this thing, it would probably just implode on itself. Oh god, I just hit Bobo. I did not mean to hit Bobo, that was very rude. I'm gonna turn off this thing's hover bricks so I don't accidentally throw it halfway across my village again. Oh great, I might just go on it stuck or something. I have to try get it out of here. Yep, there we go. That works. So anyway, yeah, this thing's all parked up next to my base with the speeder. The Phantoms are in the water except for one, and this thing I still haven't decided the name of is just gonna be here for now unless I find a better spot for it, because as I've mentioned, it cannot go in the water. So, geez, how have I spent 18 minutes recording? It doesn't feel like 18 minutes. Anyway, I'm gonna end the video here before it reaches 19 minutes. Now it's 18:50. I should just end the video. What am I doing?